Looch on ice, we break it down each week. Puck drops hard, hear the fans all scream. From the highlight reels, we catch every peak. In the fast lane, we live the hockey dream. Stick handling magic, every move's a skill. Looch on ice, we got the weekly scoop. From power plays to the hardest hits in the loop. Join the ride, feel that action, no excuse. NHL roundup with a hockey news crew. Goals and assists, the numbers never lie. From golden gloves to the rivalries that fly. On ice battles, real grit and we pride. With Looch on the mic, we rise to the sky. Every play's electric, they give us a thrill. Looch on ice, we got the weekly scoop. From power plays to the hardest hits in the loop. Trying to ride, feel that action, no excuse. NHL roundup with a hockey news crew. The numbers never lie. From golden gloves to the rivalries that fly. On ice battles, real grit and we pride. With Looch on the mic, we rise to the sky. Every play's electric, they give us a thrill. Looch on ice, we got the weekly scoop. From power plays to the hardest hits in the loop. Join the ride, feel that action, no excuse. NHL roundup with a hockey news crew. So lace up tight, let's roll with the fight. Looch on ice, hockey vibes feeling right.
There you go.
All righty. Ready to roll. I should have left our cameras on. I turned them off by mistake. I should have left them on.
I like the countdown on the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need is one of those like director things, like
Yeah. This
action.
I like it. It's a pretty good system, Like I could put these little things down at the bottom. I could run a little ticker down the bottom, which is pretty cool. I can put our names in there. I'm starting to learn a little bit about it, and the system's getting a little bit easier.
So, which game you got on the background? The Tampa Bay or Canadians?
That's
the same game.
Yeah, the Flyers.
Flyers or Pittsburgh, or
I just turned the Flyer game on.
All right.
Yeah.
Your friend Joe Quills, is that it?
Joe Quills,
Flyer fan.
Yep.
If you're out there watching, what's up?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I predicted Philly would win, and we know what happens, right?
Right.
My fault.
Yeah, that's all. It's anyway. Starting to get a little hairy there with that series.
I didn't think Pittsburgh had it in.
Yeah.
I didn't think Pittsburgh had it in, but here we go.
Yeah, Crosby and Malkin doing their thing. I mean,
how about Letang's goal? Threw it off the back of the glass and it ricocheted in. The game winning the other night.
Yeah. You like that better, or you like the other one better?
This way I'm not right on top of people.
Yeah. All right. We'll leave it at that then. Like I
I'm
said,
I'm messing when I'm up close.
I'm messing around with the different screens and stuff. So you got your dog there.
Yeah, he decided he wanted to be heard.
He wants to be on the show.
Yeah, nice. Well, he was wondering where your dog's been the last couple of weeks, so he's calling out for you.
Yeah.
What's up, Rico?
She's there. You go. What's up?
Huh? Come here.
What's up, Rico?
Trying to get him to come on camera, but he's camera shy. There he is.
I got Stella over here. She's actually I got the not the green screen, but I have the what do you call that? The virtual screen in the background. That's not my real background, so.
Oh, it's not.
I'm letting that secret out. That's actually my den, but I'm in my room tonight.
I thought it was projecting the show on that maybe, but no. I guess
Yeah, last couple of weeks I was down in Lavalette at my brother's house. He was nice enough to let me use his place. It's nice and quiet there. Nobody's there. And, I kind of do the show there, but I didn't have time to head down there tonight. I was at a wake a little earlier, and I didn't have much time to go and head down there and set up and stuff. So we're rocking and rolling from my house here.
All right.
So where do you want to start? Well, let's start with the East. I guess we could start. I don't know.
Go and then go West, young man. All right, let's do
Sure,
it.
sure. Buffalo and Boston. I'm a big fan of Buffalo. Buffalo up 3 games to 2 on Boston. What do we think about that series? Big Tage Thompson and Rasmus Dahlin.
I
Uh,
picked Boston to win that series
did you?
because,
Okay.
excuse me, can't stop yawning today. I picked Boston to win that series because I thought, Buffalo, good young team coming along, but they're still a little young. Boston's experience would make the difference, and here we are, 3-2. I still think Buffalo is probably going to win now. They go back to Boston. They're being tested because they're a young team, and Boston is Boston. Pasternak with a nice goal last night.
Yeah, the
You know,
OT winner.
you got McAvoy, you got Pasternak, you got Swayman in net. They're formidable.
Yeah,
Could they theoretically win the next two? Yeah,
right.
of course, but I think Buffalo will find a way. And Rasmus Dahlin's been playing great in that series.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They're scoring. Their power play's been working. So, then they're a young team. You never know, right?
Yeah, yeah. They got a lot of good guys. I like that team. I probably mentioned it 100 times that Matthias Samuelson on the back end too has been having a good year this year. Rasmus Dahlin, and Tage TNT Thompson. That's his nickname, TNT.
Is it TLC?
TNT.
Oh,
Yep.
TNT. You
Tage.
dynamite.
Yeah.
That's such a terrible song. I don't know why I'm singing it.
Tage Nate Thompson, I think it is. So it's his initials. I think his middle name's Nate. I want to say.
Oh, I got you. Tage Nate Thompson.
Right. Right.
TNT.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a horse.
Oh, he is without a doubt. What is he? 6'7"? I think I think he's listed at 6'7", probably like 220 or something like that. But what a
He's got a wicked shot.
yeah.
Puts the puck in the net.
Yep. Sometimes I watch him and I think I don't know, for some reason I think he gets lazy at times. Maybe just because of his stature. He's just a big guy, and maybe he just gets worn out a lot. With skating, and just looks like sometimes he's takes it easy out there. I don't know. But then he turns it on and then he scores goals. I mean, you can't, who wouldn't want a guy like that on their team?
Well put. I'd want him if he's up for grabs, but he's not.
Yeah.
He's a true power forward, right? In the true sense of the word. 6'7".
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He can skate a little bit. Got a great pair of hands.
Right.
A horse down low.
Right.
6'7", and he's not a thin 6'7" either. He's muscled.
Yeah.
A lot of times, big guys like that have trouble skating because of the coordination.
Right.
But he doesn't. So, which is probably why he lasted in the draft as long as he did. I think he was a second rounder.
Matt Rempe. Matt Rempe. Right.
I got to look that up now because it's going to bother me if I don't.
What's that? Where he was picked in the draft?
Tage Thompson.
Oh, okay.
Where he was drafted.
So
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, no. While you're doing that, I was coughing and I was saying Matt Rempe under my breath.
You said what?
A big guy that has a hard time skating. Matt Rempe.
Yeah. A little better than him.
Are we gonna? Yeah, right. Are we gonna see Matt Rempe ever again? I don't know. We'll see.
It's interesting about him. That you bring him up. I think I mentioned this last week, or we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, that he might not get back in the lineup now.
Right.
But he's from what I read, he has no more. He's out of options. So the Rangers either have to keep him on the team or send him down and expose him to waivers. And I'm sure if they expose him to waivers, somebody's going to take him.
Yep. Right. I wonder. We're talking about players that we'd like to have on our team, and I think my heart is a little broken today after hearing what Brady Tkachuk had to say, that he's frustrated with the rumors, and that he's kind of putting the kibosh on all those rumors that he's going anywhere. So if he's going to sign a contract somewhere else after the summer,
I don't know what to say about that.
2027. I was kind of hoping that, when they got bumped out, that we'd have a little more luck getting him. Like maybe he'll get frustrated being in Ottawa and say sayonara, but it doesn't look like it. I kind of read,
Well, that's been my theory for months, right? I've been saying
right.
that.
Yeah,
I don't know what to make of his comments today. On the one hand, he could be saying, just to diffuse all of it, because he's getting such criticism up there. I mean, he's really getting ripped by the media for having no points in the 3 games, and it could be that, or it could be real. I don't know. Maybe he likes it up there. I find it hard to believe that he wants to stay there, but
yeah, me too.
Things have happened.
Yeah, you mentioned that 0 points. Claude Giroux, 0 points in the playoffs. Who was it? Warren Fogle, Brady Tkachuk, and Shane Pinto, all with 0 points.
Let's run him out of town. He had a bad series. Let's go. Let's get rid of him.
Yeah.
Let's rip him to,
Exactly. Get him out of town. Send him to New York.
Yeah, let New York have him. Well, I actually I saw the headlines, and I saw some comments from fans. After Brady goes scoreless, we don't need him. Or the Rangers shouldn't, that should end the pursuit of Brady Tkachuk. Like, what?
Yeah.
One bad series, huh?
Yeah.
So stupid.
It says that he's fully committed to the team and city, and added that the buzz has become a distraction. Well, it was a distraction enough for him to get no goals, no assists. So,
well, that's probably why he was getting heat. He probably wanted to, die down the
rumors. Yeah, the rumors.
The structure. Yeah, the conjecture. But look, maybe he's genuine.
Sure.
I don't know. Or maybe he's really not thinking about it right now, But there's only 2 years left on the contract.
I'm hoping to bump into him this summer around town. I know he's showed his face a lot in Brick, and I know last year he was at the Gaudreau Walk, and hopefully he'll make his way out there if he's not busy, and I'll try to get a hold of him and say, hey, what's going on, man? Are you thinking about going somewhere? I'm sure he's not going to tell me. There's some freaking schmuck. He's going to be like, who the hell are you?
He's probably asked that 1,000 times a day when he's in New Jersey, right?
Right. Or he might slug me. Who the hell knows?
Nah, you're not that type of guy.
How funny would that be? I come back on the show with a black eye, and I'm like,
that'll change your opinion on him quick, right? I don't want that Brady Tkachuk. He punched me in the face.
Right. That'll be a good story to last a lifetime.
Oh, it'd be great. We should do it just for a story to tell.
Maybe I should just let him punch me in the eye.
Or how about let's just make the story up? Let's just make it up. Right?
Yeah, right. I'll have my wife punch me in the eye, and then I'll say
you insulted the memory of Johnny Gaudreau, and this is what happened.
Right.
I'll tell you, I'd love to have him. He was in Middletown, I think, last summer skating a few times, but working out.
Yeah, I think
I talked about. He's married to John Farinacci's sister.
Yep.
Former Olympic, not Olympic, U.S. national team member,
right.
And they, I think they're from Red Bank, the Farinaccis.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
We won't be in Brick because that's closed for the summer. The rink, they're doing some renovations on it.
Yeah, I did see that.
Hope it's not that outside. I love that old outside sign.
Yeah.
It's so 50s, 60s, that sign. It's so great.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually highlighted a little bit, but,
that thing should be protected as a historic site, without a doubt.
Right.
I mean, the Doulettes opened it, Dr. Doulette, way back in the day, and kept that sucker open. And I guess it's the same owners or same people that run the Middletown rink. Is that what?
No, it was sold.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, the family, I forgot her name. I can look it up in my phone, but I'm not. She sold it to a group of Hasidic Jews.
Oh, Doulette, though. Yeah, that's what I said. Doulette.
Oh, I thought you meant the old one. Yeah. No, it's still owned by them. Yeah, they own it, and it's run by the guys at the Titans run it.
Oh, okay, Middletown. Oh, yeah. What's his name?
Jimmy Solovey and George Havlin run it.
Yeah. Havlin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They run it. Yep.
Good
Jimmy
stuff,
Dowd's there a lot.
Yeah, I know he is. Yep.
Hey, Jimmy, if you're watching, to answer your text, just let us know when you want to come on.
Yeah, no, he's not watching. I don't think he's watching. He's on another podcast tonight.
Yeah,
I
he's
saw
probably
that he was.
somewhere knowing
I
him.
I heard he
Guy
was
never
joining
sleeps.
another. I heard he was joining another podcast. So you know what I did? I ended up setting somebody up for next week. So we got a special guest next week. Somebody that played for the Rangers and who played for the Carolina Hurricane. I had
And we're
him
not going
on.
to tell you who it is because
No, we're
they
not.
call it tease in the business. A tease. We're going to
Yes,
tease you.
yes. Next week we'll get him on. He's definitely into coming on, and we could throw out maybe an initial. We did have him on last year on Looch on Ice when we were doing it with the show with the Bleacher Brothers. We're still on Bleacher Brothers, but we're kind of doing a little change up here with some stuff. So, but anyway, we'll have him on again, and I'll put it out during the week as soon as I get confirmation from him. He wants me to send him a link, and then once we get that confirmed, we'll put it out there. And next week, next Wednesday, we'll have him on. His initials are DL. So if anybody can figure it out, and you want to let us know, maybe we'll give something away.
Maybe you see Kachuk. We'll get him on. Brady Kachuk.
Yeah.
Maybe
Hey,
break
listen.
the news here on Luch on Ice that he's getting. He wants to go to the Rangers.
All right. You never know, man. Especially
Yeah,
if
I
he,
get people to talk.
especially if he punches me in the eye, I'll make him come on. He'll have to come on, or I'll sue his ass.
Yeah, that'd be great. Great story to tell, Luch.
I don't know, man. I got to figure something out maybe to get him to punch me. Maybe
Insult his wife.
Call him a name or something. Tell him his brother's better looking or something. You know what I mean?
A better player. Your brother has cups and you don't because you're a loser.
Right.
No points in the playoffs. I can't believe I wasted months talking about you on my podcast coming to the Rangers.
Right. Ow! Right.
Like the old Batman show. We'll put up we'll reenact it. Through a cartoon.
Right. Oh shit.
When is that? Memorial Day weekend, the walk?
It's May 16th, Saturday, May 16th. Yeah, out in Sewell, New Jersey. Yeah, I did a quick, just real quick. I went to Philly. I think I told you I went out to Philly. I talked to it was a Gaudreau Foundation, the 5K Foundation. It was like a fundraiser at Barstool in Philly on Sampson Street or I forget the name of the street, Sanford or something like that street out in Philly. And I ended up talking to Guy for a little bit. We'll have to try to get Guy on the show. I know we were talking about that off air. I'd like to get him on, and we could just talk hockey with him. And,
Did you tell him we'd like to have him back on to talk to him?
Yeah. I will mention it to him. I think on the during the walk.
He had a couple of things to say, very candid, about youth hockey players. We didn't follow up on it, but something like D'Angelo, and other people. So he'd be a great guest to have on again. Just talk about hockey.
Sure.
And I think I told you the other day when we talked that he's not just giving lessons to his grandkids. He's advertising that he's back giving lessons. He's out of retirement.
Yeah, he did mention that. He says he does a lot of babysitting for the one baby. Trip, I think the one kid is the one grandkid is Trip. That's I'm thinking it's Matthew's son. Pretty sure. He does a lot of babysitting. Tragedy. Yeah, without a doubt. Yep, I got my Gaudreau hat. I'm waiting for my shirt. I think I'll pick up my shirt at the. I think they give it out at the walk, and I'll be all set. I'm doing the walk. I'm not doing the run unless I get out there early enough. Maybe I'll jump in on the run. That's a 8 o'clock.
5K?
It's a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit of a stretch for me to run out there. It's about an hour and 45 from where we're at.
It's that far from you, huh?
Yeah. I went out there last year, and it took me a while to get out there. But I dragged the wife, and we're going to go out there again. And we're all signed up this year. We didn't sign up last year, so we're signed up this year.
It's an hour and a half for me. It's an hour and 45 minutes for me too, from where I am.
Right. So if anybody's out there and you're listening, if you guys want to donate to the Gaudreau Family 5K. It shouldn't be hard to find on the internet, on the web. And, it's always appreciated. I have
It's
it
coming up
posted.
on 2 years since the tragedy.
Yeah, yeah. And it
Still
don't
can't
get any
believe it.
and it don't get any easier for them.
No,
Doesn't get any easier.
they've gotten their fair share. You
Yep,
know,
100%. All
Canadians are
right.
tied with the Lightning 1-1.
Okay. All
Oh, Canadians just took a lead 2-1.
right. So you got the score going. I don't have the score going. I
Yeah, I
could
have it on my phone.
do a
The
live.
Athletic app. Good story on Corey Perry in the Athletic.
Oh,
How he's 41 years old. He has 17 goals this year.
oh wow. That's not
Yeah,
bad.
but listen, if you want to make the finals, get Corey Perry. You're not going to win, but he's been to 5 out of the last 6 finals, lost every one of them.
Sure. Yeah,
You know that?
Yeah, he's been around. He's been around, Corey Perry.
5 out of the 6, 5 of the 6 last finals, he's been there. He was with Dallas, right? Dallas, Edmonton, Montreal. Who did I forget? I can't remember. But 5 of the last 6 years, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's
And then he spent a little time in Chicago while he was there. I don't know. There's some kind of controversy with him.
Yeah.
He apologized for. First, it was some crazy rumor about him and Bedard's mom, which wasn't true.
Right.
And then it was, I guess he drank too much. I don't know. But 41 years old, man. And still doing it. 17 goals.
Yeah, give him credit. That's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Not everybody's a Alex Ovechkin,
No.
That guy's
Plus,
unbelievable.
the crazy thing, he was a big goal scorer. Scored 50. It was the NHL MVP when he was younger.
Right.
Now he's more of a role player, but more of a. We're talking about how he's an agitator, how he knows when to, get things going, and tried to fight somebody the other night, and they weren't happy with him because he was just coming back from an injury. I forget which guy. And then he went after Lane Hudson when they played the Canadians earlier in the season. So there we go. See, so it's a pivotal game. Whoever wins tonight, the loser is on the brink of extinction. So
yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's been a good series. Just the game the other night. That is the atypical veteran versus the young guys playoff game, right? Minnesota, Montreal had the lead, 2-1, right? Looked like they were going to take hold of the series, and then boom, Tampa Bay scores 2 goals, to take the lead and close it out and tie the series.
2-2.
Montreal, you got to learn how to win, whatever that means, tangibly. The intangible part of it, it's an intangible. I don't know what it means tangibly, but you have to learn how to win, right? And it takes a few years sometimes in the playoffs. Look at the hard knocks Tampa went through before they won, right?
Right.
So
right.
But now they're that veteran team, and they just find a way.
Yeah.
And Hagel scored the 2 goals. So.
Yeah, what a player, man! Oh, he's stepping it up. Like I think I put it in the in our notes for tonight. All of the stars are stepping up.
What is he, 5th or 6th rounder, Hagel?
Yeah, I mean, we got Jason Robertson. Well, we're gonna go over to the West later, but Robertson's playing good. Pasternak scores the OT winner. Dreisaitl's, getting 2 goals in the last game. So all of the stars are stepping up. But the other series we had, you got the we went through the Carolinas moving on. They swept 4-0, so they're moving on. And then the other game that's going on tonight, Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. Martone's cooled down a little bit. So
that was
Crosby.
we talked. So we're doing the show live. We're doing the show live last week, right? And your friend is Joe is commenting, and we're talking about how I think the Flyers are better. They're going to win that series, and of course now that it's they're on the they blew a 3-0 lead so far. We'll see. Nothing so far, but that I didn't think Pittsburgh had it in them, but maybe they don't.
Right. Yeah, we'll see what happens if they can, if they peter out, or if they're the real deal.
How
We're
about that crazy goal that Tang scored, huh? Did you
oh,
see
I
that?
didn't.
The game
I
winner?
don't know. I don't know if I did.
He
Try-
threw it, he dumped it in the zone off, and or threw it behind the net, and it bounced off the glass, ricocheted off the goalie and went in. Crazy
Oh
goal.
man, yeah. No, I don't think I saw that actually.
Yeah, crazy goal.
Wow.
That got to be lucky, right?
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
expression? Better be lucky than good.
Yeah. Right. So yeah. So that series is Philly up 3-2, and they're in Philly tonight. I had mentioned to you, I think that my daughter's boyfriend went to the game in Philly. He's a Penguins fan, and he went to that game that they were down 3-0, and I'm like, why are you going to that game? Like, what's the? And you're wearing a Penguins shirt.
He's lucky he
I
got
said,
out of there without a
going
beating.
to Philly. I'm like, is he nuts? Telling my daughter, I'm like, is he nuts? I'm like, and
Listen,
he
it's one thing
spent.
to go. If I'm going to go to a Ranger Flyer game, I'm going to be very quiet. I'm not wearing my Ranger jersey because they play for real down there, the Flyer fans.
I know they do. I know. So
That's bold of him.
So up 3-0, he's going to the game. He spends whatever he spent on the game. I have no idea. I'm sure it was a pretty penny. And fourth thing, I could say four things. So the third thing is he's wearing a Pens shirt. It was very, very subtle. It just, he just had it on his chest, the Penguins, logo. But I'm like, still. And he went by himself. The fourth thing, he went by himself. I said, "Are you nuts?"
Yeah, should have
I'm
brought
like,
a
wow,
bodyguard with him.
that's
Hired a
dedicated.
bodyguard.
I had a friend of mine. I told him, I said, I can't believe he's going to the game. He's like, is he bringing a 9mm with him or what? And then when I told him he was going by himself, he's like, he better bring a friggin' rifle or something with him. Like, it's crazy.
Or just it's one. Like I said, it's one thing to go, but to go with a Penguin jersey on. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know. When he came back, he did tell me that he made friends with two guys that were sitting next to him who were Flyer fans, and he was hanging out with them and talking with them, and they were perfectly fine. So, ever since the Flyers made the playoffs, maybe they're getting soft. Who knows? They don't.
They'll never get soft down in
No,
Philly.
I know.
They'll be hard ass to the end. It's just who they are. It's bred into their genes.
Yeah, I saw the way it was.
Fans.
When I went to Barstool there in South Philly, I was like, wow, this place is hopping. It was crazy on a Thursday night. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was like a weekend. I'm like, what? Do these people work? I'm like, it's like 8 o'clock at night, and it's like mobbed. I mean, it was
Barstool
mobbed.
They have restaurants now too. Barstool, huh?
Yeah. It was a nice place too. It was really rusticy inside, like with the brick wall, and it had Barstool up on the wall, like somebody painted it. It was a really cool place. I would definitely say to get out there and check that out. Barstool Sansom Street or something like that. It was a little bit of a ride for us, but it was definitely worth it. He came over to our table. He was nice. Sansom Street, in Philly. Really cool place. The people at the bartenders were nice. The waitresses were nice. The bouncer at the front door was cool. Me and my wife took a picture in front of the sign. He's like, let me put the sign on for you. Let me light it up, And it was a real nice guy.
I wonder if that's owned by Dave Portnoy, who owns Barstool, the media company.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I would think it's he's got some part in it, but I would think so.
Interesting.
So I'm just trying to make sure we're rocking and rolling on all of our sites over here on Facebook and YouTube. I know there's a lot of stuff going on. We're overlapping with different podcasts that are on tonight. I know I'd mentioned Jimmy's podcast. He's on a podcast, but we won't tell anybody.
Did he start? I said you told me he might be. You mentioned he might be starting. What, did he start it?
No, he's not starting. No, it's not his. I think he's with somebody else. He jumped on I don't know if it was this Wednesday or it's next Wednesday, but uh, you know, maybe it's a couple months from now.
Well,
It's definitely not tonight. Don't go over there. Whatever you do, anybody that's listening.
I've invited him, and you have too. And he
Right.
says, "Yeah, I'm going to come on." And then when you try and schedule it, he's always busy. And then
Yeah.
inevitably, you get a text from him, "Hey, when am I coming on the show?"
Right. Right. I'll just have to run into him somewhere, maybe at the boardwalk soon, and
Well, he's there every morning.
lock him in. But he'll come on. I'm sure he'll come on. We can get him on.
Oh, he'll
I didn't
definitely come on.
Yeah.
He's just, he's just a busy man.
I didn't push the issue with him. I sent him one text back and just to see if he would come on, and I didn't hear nothing back. So I said, let me move on to the next guy, and then maybe we'll get him after that. So in a couple of weeks, maybe we'll get him.
We'll get him, no doubt.
We'll get him locked in. All right, so we want to. I think we did all of the East. Unless you have anything else, or let's see.
No, I think we touched on each series, right? I mean,
yeah,
the Carolina series is over. Nothing really to talk about there.
Yeah,
they were eliminated.
We could.
Who else was eliminated?
The LA Kings were eliminated in the West.
Yep, they're done.
Colorado. We kind of knew that was going to happen. Colorado's just a powerhouse.
Colorado's a wagon.
Yeah.
Machine.
Yep.
They're going to be tough to beat. I know that. We both. A lot of people worried about the goalie, but man, they got so much firepower. McKinnon, McCarr,
I know.
Neckash, whatever you say.
Nashis.
Yeah. The Landeskog is back. He's not all the way back. He's not the player he was, but his leadership and all he brings to the table, and of course,
Ross Colton's still over there.
Colton's still there. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they're formidable. They're not going to be a McCarr, as they said, and they're not going to be easy to take out. But then again, that's a great segue into really the top series of the playoffs, and that's Minnesota and Dallas.
Yeah. Minnesota's up 3-2. I can't believe that.
Every game has been a dogfight. My son and I were talking about it the other day, Jackson and I said, that series is going to come down to, it's going to go 7. It's going to come down to who makes a couple of plays in Game 7 and who doesn't, or maybe even to overtime where it comes to the puck luck. Those teams are so evenly matched. They're both so good. It's a shame that to play in the first round, but I don't think you could. One is not better than the other.
I know.
They're just really good.
I know.
And then I think Boldy got a goal in overtime the other night for them. Is that right? I remember that right? Boldy?
Zook scored. I actually have him written down. Zook, Boldy, McCarron, and Kaprizov. I don't know who scored the winning goal. You said
Kaprizov. I should make notes about this stuff because I look and I say, "Oh, Boldy said," and then I forget.
Yeah. You think it was Boldy that scored that winner? Let's see. Zuccarello, Robertson, Kirill Kaprizov. It looks like Minnesota 4-2. Yeah, Kaprizov scored the last goal. Oh, jeez.
Is that the first game that wasn't decided by one goal? To be honest with you, right?
Oh, yeah. Kaprizov got the empty netter, I think it was.
Okay. So it really was a one-goal game. See, again, it comes down to the wire.
Right.
I saw a headline today. Where's Mika? Mika Rattanen. Playoff Mika hasn't shown up yet.
Right.
Nobody can question that guy's clutch play.
No, I know. Now, Wyatt Johnson's been playing pretty good, too, over there.
Who's that?
Wyatt Johnson for Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you said Zuccarello scored the other night?
Yes.
That's his first game back from injury, right?
Yep, last night.
Little Zook still going strong from
the
Rangers.
Man. One of my favorites. I was so upset when they got rid of him. Zook. You always hear Zook.
Little guy with a lot of heart.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Only Norwegian NHL player ever.
Yeah. He's won quite a few of those. From what I remember, he won a lot of those Stephen McDonald Awards, extra efforts.
Yeah. Well, he's the epitome of that award.
Yeah, right. I was looking at some of the leaders. Kirill Kaprizov's leading the playoffs with 9 points. And then you got Jason Robertson, who's got 8 points, and Matt Duchene with 8 points. You know, Minnesota guys and some Dallas guys there. So Robertson,
9 points for Kaprizov, huh?
Yeah, 9 points. Yep.
Wow, he's
Yep.
stepping up.
Yep. And then Draisaitl's the other one with 9 points. He's tied with Kaprizov over in Edmonton there.
Draisaitl needs about 90 points to overcome that goaltender.
Yeah. And then you mentioned Hagel. Hagel's is leading the playoffs with 6 goals. And then it's Robertson again with 5 goals. So
Robertson is another name that's been thrown around out there. Hopefully
God.
will be available. I don't see it. I've never seen it, but
No.
you know, if they let that kid go over money, they got to have their heads examined.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so we're kind of hoping. We were hoping for Tkachuk. That kind of got the kibosh. You know, as a Ranger fan, I'm kind of hoping that Anaheim wins this the series with Edmonton, so that McDavid gets pissed off and decides that he doesn't want to sign again with Edmonton, and maybe he'll say, "Oh, you know what? Let me go to like if New York gives me a good offer, maybe I'll head over to New York." But I don't see that.
Well, on that one,
pipe dream.
Looch, I think you made it a little calm down, have a warm glass of milk, because if you're Connor McDavid and you decide to become a free agent and you sign with the Rangers, right, to play for Dolan, you'd have to be nuts.
Oh, yeah.
So he's got the second half of his career ahead. He's leaving Edmonton because he can't win a Stanley Cup, or he doesn't feel good. And he's going to come here?
Yeah.
Play for Dolan? Don't get me started on a Dolan rant.
I know.
So,
oh, man.
He's going to end up in L.A.
Right.
Or maybe Detroit.
Yeah.
I can't see him going to Toronto, even though that's a hometown, and taking on all that pressure. But he ain't coming to the Rangers, folks.
No.
We should get that dream right out of our heads.
Yeah. So we can't count on Tkachuk. We can't count on McDavid. We said Robertson. There's had been 0 talks about him going to the Rangers. I think. I still believe
Tkachuk is going to get traded.
Yeah.
I don't care what he said today. He has to say that.
Right.
Like we talked about, he may mean it. I don't know the guy.
Yeah.
I just can't see it.
No, I know.
After what his dad said on the podcast his podcast a couple weeks ago, but his brother is living proof. Right, his brother was on a good Calgary team, and then Gaudreau left it, kind of whatever. But his brother was said, "You know what? I'm out of here. He can't win up in Canada. Canadians, for whatever reason, no one's won a Stanley Cup since Montreal in '93 in Canada. That's 30-something years."
Yeah, I just don't see it. I don't think they have the team there, and it doesn't look like. I mean, who's their first line? Warren Fogle. I'm looking at their lines: Warren Fogle, Drake Batherson, and Tim Stützle. I mean, Stützle's pretty good.
Yes, he is.
He's a really good player. Drake Batherson. I don't know a whole lot about Batherson and Warren Fogle. Warren Fogle's from L.A., I think.
Warren Fogle. That sounds like a rock and roller's name. Warren.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah, I feel like he should be playing like a 60s or 70s guitarist. Warren Fogle of the band,
Yeah, Warren Zevon, and who's the other Fogle? There was a Fogle, wasn't there? A Fogle?
We could pretend there was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Warren Zevon passed a while ago. Great last album when he knew he was dying. Like the songs he wrote, very heart wrenching. But
yeah,
we digress. Sorry, folks. We'll talk about anything here on the podcast.
Right. Right.
So yeah, I mean that series is a barn burner, boy. Minnesota and Dallas. So it heads back to Dallas.
Yep.
3-2, right? Minnesota took a 3-2 lead, or it's 2-2?
Minnesota's 3-2. Yep.
Okay, so head back to Dallas. Let's look. I think we're pretty certain that it'll go 7 because it's gone. It's been that way. So Dallas will come back and win. Where's that game? That's in Minnesota, right? No, it's in Dallas.
Right.
So they'll head back. So Dallas will win. They'll head back to Minnesota, and it'll go down to overtime probably.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you though, Minnesota wins that series. They are battle tested at that point.
Sure.
That is, that's a tough series to win in the first round. They'll come out of it battle tested and ready to go.
Yeah, and then they'll be facing Colorado. I think that would be Dallas and Minnesota. They would face whoever wins this Dallas Minnesota game. Colorado would face them. So that would be that's going to be a good series. Whoever they play, Colorado.
Yep. What it should
Next
be
one.
is they should reseed, but they don't do that because they like their bracket thing or whatever they do.
Right.
Eh, so right now, it's looking like well, Vegas. Let's talk about Vegas. Let's talk about that
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
They
Vegas
fought
and
off. They
Utah.
would have been down 3-1, but they won in overtime, right? Shea Theodore.
Yeah. How about Utah, man? Like, that's the old Arizona Coyotes. Jeez. They were down in the dumps. Where'd they
For
come from?
years. They
You
were a
know?
laughing stock for years. Well, they had an owner who had no money. He couldn't
Yeah.
afford it. Um,
This new guy is great. I think they're going to be a team, an upcoming team. Obviously, they're a good team right now. If they're tied with Vegas, 2-2. I mean,
they're
Vegas
going to
has
get
a
better. They have a ton of draft picks too from
yeah,
when they from the rebuild. Look,
right,
I picked them to win that series, which means they'll lose, but um, I still have they still have a chance. It's 2-2. But let's say Vegas wins, right? And Anaheim wins. So Colorado, the first seed, gets the tougher series, and Minnesota, the higher seed, has had to play 2 tough series. Right. So
right,
now if they win, let's say Minnesota comes out of that series and wins, right? So they've now had 2 series where they're just beaten up and worn down, and they got to play Vegas. If Vegas wins or Anaheim, it's I don't know. I don't like the way they do it, but he's not. Bettman said very clearly they're not changing it, so we can't complain about it. Um, but your boys from Anaheim up 3-1.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Anaheim 3-2 in that series.
Oh, that's right. Edmonton won last night, so it's 3-2.
Yes, yes.
I think Edmonton's going to come back and win that series. To be honest, but then
Oh,
again, with that goalie, I don't know. Did you see the game winner in overtime the other day? Like it was thrown from the side. I mean, come on.
yeah,
You,
yeah. I
just,
know.
you can't win with a goalie giving up goals like that.
No, no. That's yeah. Well, they won 4-1. Oilers won last night 4-1. So they were down 3-1. Yeah, they were down 3-1. Geez, I didn't even realize they were down 3-1.
Yep. Now they head back to Anaheim.
Uh huh.
If Edmonton wins, you got to like their chances in Game 7 at home.
Yeah, we talked about the big guys coming up, the stars coming up. Draisaitl had 2 goals in that game. Hyman scored, and Podkolzin scored.
Well, you're good with the names. I can't get any name right. You get them all right. McDavid's hurt. They're not sure he's going to play in Game 6. I saw, but he'll probably play.
Oh, really? McDavid's hurt?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't even see
Questionable
that.
for Game 6.
Wow. Oh, man, that would be tough.
That would be a tough one for sure.
Yeah.
Just double check that.
Yeah. I haven't heard the latest on it. Yeah, a lot of the guys over there. I saw something about what's his name, Gautier. Did he score? Or did he do something? I thought he did something for some reason. I saw an article on him today. Latest. Let me see. What the hell was I looking at? I was reading something with Gautier. Let's look at recapture game 2. Did he score goals in the game or something? What the hell did he do?
That's your guy. Anaheim's
Yeah.
your team.
Yeah. Is he just hot right now? I don't know. Yeah, I was kind of looking through to see what was up with. Yeah. I'll.
So McDavid was questionable for Game 5, but he played and played well. So I'm sure he's going to play Game 6.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, Cutter Gautier. I don't know. He did something. if you guys, he did something out of the ordinary. I don't know what he did, but I saw his name in the news today, and I was like, oh, Cutter Gautier. Okay, maybe he's playing good or he's having a good series. Leading the team, or what? Let me see. Gautier, where's he at? Oh, Um, 5 games, three goals, 2 assists. Yeah,
That's
so
pretty good for a rookie, first
yeah,
playoffs.
yeah, that's not bad for a guy who was going to play in Philly and didn't want to play in Philly. And that's
Yeah.
go
Yeah, sorry.
ahead. No,
No,
no, you're
again.
good.
I was going to
Um,
say Sammy Kapanen has 4 goals for Edmonton.
wow, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. The other thing I wanted to mention was Jason Robertson, 5 goals. I don't know if I said it or not.
You did. You
Five,
mentioned that. Yep.
5 goals in 5 games. So,
McDavid, has only 1 goal, but he has 5 assists
mhm.
in 6 games. Yeah, let's criticize him, folks,
Yeah.
because he hasn't won a Stanley Cup.
Hmm.
You could put me in net, and I'm afraid of the puck, and it still would be better than the guys they have.
Right. Oh man. All right, so we're pretty much through. Did we go through all of Edmonton, Anaheim, Vegas, Utah? Yeah, Vegas. I guess they gotta have what's his name's got to step up a little bit. Eichel, Jack Eichel. What do you got? Stone over there.
Stone, Eichel. They got the
Yes,
Russian kid whose name I can't pronounce, but you can.
Theodore.
Shea
JD.
Theodore, Hannafin.
Oh yeah,
Hurdle.
no. Hannafin. Yeah. Oh yeah, Hannafin. Is Hannafin over there still? He was.
Oh yeah, they got him last year. Yep, they got
Oh, okay.
Anderson from the Calgary Flames.
Calgary. That's right. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
looking in now, Mitch Marner. Let's see how Mitch Marner's doing in the playoffs so far. That's always very interesting for talk. Yeah, Athletic has terrible stats. All right, here we go. Stats.
Yeah. Look up some. I was printing out some stuff. My printer's getting a little bit low on ink.
I say they get Looch.
No, my printer's getting low on ink, so I didn't get to print out a whole bunch of stuff that I wanted to print out tonight. I usually try to print out some stats on some players. I did a little bit with the Ottawa Senators and a couple other teams, but I don't
Yeah,
like Vegas.
I usually try to have the screen up, but
Right.
let's see what we got here.
We're in the second period with the Philly-Pittsburgh game. It's still 0-0. Whoop, no score in that game. Let me see what we got. The Montreal Tampa game.
So Eichel has 6 points so far.
Okay.
God, I got to find their team stats. I got to. We can't end this show without talking about Mitch Marner's stats. We got to find out where he is.
Right. Montreal and Tampa's tied 2-2.
Oh, they tied at Tampa.
Yeah, 2-2.
That's a great series.
Sure is. I'll be watching that as soon as we wrap up the show tonight. I will be watching.
So, Maple Leaf fans, and you Mitch Marner haters out there, you'll be happy to know he has no goals in 5 games, 3 points.
Oh, wow. Oof.
Brett Howden, remember the former Ranger they
Yes.
gave up on who had 20-something goals last year? Won a Stanley Cup with him. He has 2 goals.
Wow.
Eichel has 6 points, 1 goal, 5 assists. Barbashev with 2 and 2. Hannafin with 4 assists. We talked about him. Stone has 3 points, 2 goals. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Who's the other guy over there in Vegas?
Former Ranger Riley Smith with 3 points, goal, 2 assists.
Yes, Mark Stone's leading the team with the 2 goals.
Who does?
Stone. Mark Stone's got the 2 goals. Eichel's got 5 assists, 6 points. Yeah, I'm looking at probably the same thing. Carter. We got Carter Hart. He's 2 and 2. I guess he's been taking the whole series so far. They haven't put in Aiden Hill. Yeah, I'm looking up their stats.
Gunsel scored for Tampa to tie it.
Right.
Still no score in the Flyers games. Nothing. That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, Looch. I think people are tired of watching us look at our phones.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe call it a night and
yes.
save
we'll
Yeah,
wrap
sorry.
it up. Well, no, we'll wrap it up. For like, let's just want to mention that I went to the New Jersey High School Ice Hockey Hall of Fame
Oh yeah. Oh, you went? You were there?
induction on Sunday. Yeah, what a good event! It's the first time I've ever gone to one. You know, there's a lot of people that probably you know, and I'm sure that you know, and I know that are in that Hall of Fame, and a lot of good people got inducted again this weekend. Pete Morris, Dr. Pete Morris, as you know, he got inducted, but his son, they introduced him as Pete Morris, and they said the new recipient, new person inducted into the Hall of Fame, Pete Morris, and they didn't make it clear, that it wasn't him. So his son comes up and says, "Hey, first thing he says is, I'm accepting the award from my father, who we lost 2 years ago." And I was like, "Wow, 2 years already!" But
Wow.
this kid was unbelievable. Pete Morris, I think it's junior, right?
Pete Morris, yeah, we know him well.
Yeah.
I've coached him many times.
Uh,
We're friends with him. My son's friends with him. He played at the Titans.
uh,
Listen, I can't say enough about that kid. He's so mature. He's taken on the role of the father to his little brother. He's had to handle so much. He's very close with his dad, both him and his little brother. They're
yep,
very close knit. To watch him die like that tragically in a rink,
right.
I would have loved to have seen the speech. I would have
Oh,
been out there anywhere because
I wish I would have. I wish I would have taped it. Now that because I had an opportunity, I should have recorded it. But we're sitting at a table, and I'm like, is it?
that's my wife Carmen in the background, by the way.
Yeah, how you doing? Um,
Um,
yeah.
we're almost
So,
done, Carmen. So, yeah, it was a great speech, huh? I'm not
he was
surprised. Peter's
he
such
was
a great kid.
amazing. He didn't go on for a long time, but he did. He held it together the whole time. Talked about just being proud that he was able to accept the award for his father, and
I'm tearing up just hearing about it.
yeah, it was amazing, man. Just the way he held it together, and it was great. I give him 100% props for holding it together and just being able to do it. To get up there and just talk about his father and then to mention it and accept the award. So, but
We've talked about this before, but for those who don't know it, Matt Morris Sr. was a hockey player.
Pete Morris.
Pete Morris Sr. Did I
Yep.
say Matt?
Yeah. Matt's the youngest.
Sorry, Matt's his youngest son. So
Yep.
Pete Morris Sr. was a hockey player at Brick High School, won a state championship, best friends with Jimmy Dow since they were 6 years old.
Right.
Went on to play in college, won a national championship from some. Actually, didn't win a national championship, but he captained the hockey team at I forgot what college, Division III. They brought the program back from the BIS, and he was the captain. Great career. Came back. He was an educator. Dr. Pete Morris had a PhD. Was a teacher for a long time, and then he was the head of Brick School, right? Wasn't he, Looch? Before he retired.
I think so. It said he played professionally in the ECHL with the Johnstown Chiefs.
His son plays for the Johnstown Tomahawks right now at the in the NAL
Wow.
junior hockey. But anyway, Peter was always at the rinks. He had two boys playing, super close with his sons. There, he never missed a game, never missed a practice, never missed. Every time I see Pete at the rink, we would talk. We'd have long talks, hang out in the pro shop, talk about hockey. He was just a great guy, and he during one of his son Peter Jr.'s games at Middletown, in between periods, he went outside to get some air, and he collapsed and passed away in the lobby. Both of his sons were there, his wife.
Right.
It was tragic,
Yeah.
and like I said, he was very, very close to his sons. He was with them all the time. Peter and him were very close. Peter had to watch the whole thing, and now he's taken on the role of sort of being a dad to his younger brother. He's just a great kid.
Right.
I don't know anybody who doesn't like Peter Jr. They don't like him on the ice because he could be a little rough, but one of the popular kids when he was with the Titans. Just a great, great, great kid. Very mature, and it's sad, but good for him stepping up and giving the speech for his dad. I'm sure it was a very proud moment for him.
Yeah, it was definitely choked us up. I know a couple of the guys at the table got choked up, and but he did a great job. I give him credit for that. So I just wanted to, real quick, I'm just going to run through a couple things. I have some stuff that with Pete. He was the captain of the 1990 AIC National Championship winning team. He led brick ice hockey to the finals in the state championship in 1985, alongside who you mentioned, lifelong friend and teammate Jim Dowd, for Coach Oriema. At American International College, he recorded 53 points in 30 games played. So he had 24 goals and 29 assists for what is it? American International College. AIC. What is that? AIC. I'm not familiar with it, but elected to the AIC Hockey Hall of Fame for the college, and then he was named to the New Jersey first team All-State accolades for ice hockey in 1985 as a member of the Brick High School program, and now he's inducted into the New Jersey High School Ice Hockey Hall of Fame with Jim Dowd, with Gaudreau, with my brother, with the 1979 Brick High School hockey team. A ton of people got elected into that. A lot of.
Did you say they were running off his list of accomplishments that he did win a national championship?
Yeah, with the national championship state championship alongside national championship captain of the 1990 AIC. That's with American International College championship winning team in 1990. Yep. That's what it says here. His records, titles, achievements, awards, and honors. He's champion on and off the ice. I mean, I could read it. We got a nice little article here. Maybe I'll snap a photo of it and I can
send me the link to that. Send me the link to that.
It's actually in a book. It's in the book that they handed out from the ceremony. I'll take a picture of it and I can send it to you.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, I'm going to send a text to Pete Jr. congratulating him on the speech. Glad you let me know that. Glad you were there. I should have went. But.
Yeah. A couple other people. Rich McIntyre from Brick. He got inducted. I don't know if you knew Anthony Lobianco. He played for Brick Memorial. That's going back a little ways, but he's another.
That doesn't exist anymore, right? Brick Memorial.
Yeah, they're co-op now. Yep. I'm sure you know some of these people. I may send you a couple of the names. I'll just put them in a text and send them to you because I know.
You don't have to. I have a link to the.
Okay, gotcha.
To the Hockey Hall of Fame's website and my favorites. So
all right.
Look it up.
Gotcha.
Where was the ceremony?
It was at oh God, what the heck's the name of the place?
The Manor in West Orange.
No, it was Haddonfield. Oh, jeez, now you got me. Let me see if I have it in my phone. It was North Jersey.
Jackson Home?
Yeah. Hanover, the Hanover Manor.
The where?
Hanover Manor in East Hanover, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's up north off of 280.
Yeah, that's a hike for you.
Yeah, it was a hike. Yeah, I went with a bunch of friends, or guys from hockey. I know Rich McIntyre, so we wanted to support Rich. So, all right, we'll wrap it up. We'll be back next Wednesday, 8:00. We'll get our guest on from the. He used to play for the Rangers, play for the Hurricane, and we'll talk some hockey with him.
You got it.
All
Thanks
right.
for watching, folks. We'll see you next week.
Yep. Thanks. Have a good night, Jeff.
You too, Looch. I got to go answer a phone call. So
talk during the week.
I'll text you later. Okay.
Sounds good.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.